Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting match of the Challenge Cup. I am Jinxie Girl here with Chimo, and we are going to be commentating for Trenter and Senen today.
Yeah, it looks like a good matchup. This is game 3 of the winners bracket or whatever it's called. So winner moves on, loser goes on to the tiebreaker round.
Yeah, I always get excited for the third matches. Like, I love when it comes down to 1-1.
Yeah, for sure. This should be an exciting race. These are good players.
Yeah, so this is going to be a 6-6. Open mode, standard items, randomized swords.
Yeah, 6-6 is a pretty different mode. We've already seen some shenanigans going on. Hover steeds, that sort of thing. I don't know if either of these guys can hover, but...
Yeah, I like the 6-6, and I also am really into the map and compass shuffle. I feel like that adds just so much extra to the seeds because you have such a surplus of items now in dungeons that might not necessarily be important in regular races.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, alright, so we're off here. Trenter starts out at Sanctuary, save and quit to his house.
3 bombs so far to start off. Not completely terrible.
3 bombs. Always nice to get early bombs. We saw a map in Sanctuary, so makes the rest of escape a little more valuable.
Yeah, for sure. Or an early map check. We have a 5-6 crystal on Desert and a pendant in Eastern, regular crystal on Hera.
Yeah. So that Eastern pendant often means racers are less worried about dipping Eastern because they probably won't have to come back if they don't find much in CAC or anywhere else around.
Yeah, definitely. It's good knowledge to have. Oh, we already have
swords.
Master Sword.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't see what was on race game there. That's really nice, the Master Sword start.
Yeah, 1 minute in, already have Master Sword. You can't be upset about that.
I guess the other one was on Uncle, but that was shuffled.
Yeah, you never get that lucky typically, so I definitely would take that.
This is a little bit punishing if you put off checking Uncle. A lot of racers start Sanctuary. 300 rupees on race game. Early game, I'm grabbing that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because, rupees aren't taken into the logic, so Zora could have progression, but we don't find any of those 300s, so it's definitely worth that little investment instead of farming rupees later.
Yeah, it's the thing where you can skip some tree pulls and stuff too. You save time some other places.
Yeah, Shadow, Trent is using an MSU for his game. Oh, we are getting an early lumberjack check here. Looks like just 20 bucks. What is in the bag of our tavern today? 10 arrows, nothing exciting.
Big haul there.
Bush crab throwing 20s. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some money there. Gonna have enough for that bottle vendor and to pick up some bombs should he need it.
Red rupees on the crab, that's alright if you ever need money.
Yeah, so far nothing exciting in Kakariko. Still have a lot more checks here.
Yeah. Trenter went in from the south, so we haven't seen Blindside yet. Well, there's a glove.
Wow, glove on bottle vendor.
Love to see that early glove. You see, Trenter has the option to head out of Kakariko and just head straight up Death Mountain now if he wants. It's like you can't do much up there without the mirror hookshot, but you'll probably end up doing it anyways, at least to Old Man.
Nothing very exciting in the well.
It's a pretty barren well.
Let's see what Blind Side has. We're gonna get a high five from our runners here.
Yeah, pretty much in sync there. Always buy bombs in blind set, but you never want to gamble going down there without them.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like our progression in Kakariko is going to be on the bottle vendor. Nothing else really paying off on these checks.
Yeah. We've got lots of early game money, so that's good. Nobody's going to miss that right away. So Senen does all the checks we've already seen. Trenter's heading up into the woods. We'll see where he heads after that.
I would assume a South Shore check. However, Trent really needs to get to Uncle and grab his 2 swords, because that is just a pretty nice gift to get from the rando gods there.
Yeah, early on doesn't do too crazy much for us. Makes mini Moldrum Cave maybe a little bit easier. Dark Cave navigation. Gets us close to Aga access, which I'm sure.
I was just gonna say, it's pretty alarming when you pick up Master Sword a minute in and you're like, oh, Aga. I'm assuming that's why Senen probably checked Lumberjack super early, because that's, one of those early indications. Although I feel like Master Sword hint to Aga 1 is a lot better than when you pull the bug net and the magic cape. That always feels bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we're going to get a back of escape check from Trent here.
Yeah, that makes sense with that glove and the map in the front.
Yeah, I definitely like this play because I feel like lately, especially in the tournament, that back of escape gets overlooked quite a bit, and so checking it early and having that knowledge could give Trent a little bit of a head start here should Senen decide not to check it. Just 300 rupees in the library.
Alright.
And there's a bottle and a bow.
So no worries about dipping at Eastern then. But yeah, I wouldn't think with that glove that Senen will put that off too long anyways. So that's pretty quick to check 3 chests.
Trent's still going South Shore. Lots of time to get to Uncle and escape. Bo would definitely be a lot more incentive to actually go there. Doing escape with bombs on a open seed always feels bad. It looks good on the restream, Math Girl. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Just $50 so far in our dam. Ooh, with our Moon Pearl.
Oh, it's a good thing they came here.
Yeah,
All
definitely
right.
a good choice.
We're so close to Aga. Just gotta find that lamp yet. Just gotta enhance that timer.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look as bad as you're thinking it does. It looks fine. We're good.
Oh, we got. I see they have got a bottle somewhere. Did they check it already?
No, that bottle was in the back of Escape. Trent hasn't made it there just yet, but that could be even more progression since really Kakariko didn't have anything other than that glove from the bottle. Trent having a little bit of trouble here with our bomb mold arms. Ooh, and Senen takes a death.
That's a little bit slow. I think he'll head back.
Wow, really? Maybe we should check Zora.
Rupee caves everywhere. I don't know. There doesn't have to be money around to put Zora in Logic, but
Exactly.
usually you get it. It's
Yeah,
basically the
when you're
worst feeling
kind of
ever if you have to like farm blind set or something like that.
exactly, and when the game's kind of like, here, look, here's all this money, you're kind of like, maybe I should.
See Senen pick up 20 off the crab. He's got 500 now. He's not messing around with those mold arms this time.
Yeah, definitely not. Really like this MSU. Oh my gosh, more money? Really? We're good.
Yeah, for sure. This is like Cadence Hyrule, I think. It's super good.
Not sure if that death was intentional or not. Not gonna miss anything from that Ice Rock Cave should he decide to skip it, but that always sits in the back of your mind, kind of that one-off location.
Can't imagine that was intentional for any reason, but I would think he will not go back to Ice Road Cave unless he gets flute or something.
Oh no, is Senen doing the Eastern Palace area without that bow?
That's a little bit of feels bad.
Yeah, definitely. Just $20 on Hylia Island today.
We'll see if he actually goes into Eastern or just checks the closet here.
I mean, we do have progressive bow, so it is possible that there could be a bow here.
Just
So
a
we have
second
Ether.
bow in the closet. Wow, that's a
Wow.
decent little closet there. Red cane. There's just rupees everywhere in the seed.
Right.
Hobo's not so poor today.
Oh no, Senen is going to Eastern.
Yeah,
Although,
so,
if Senen follows logic, then they're not going to do the dark rooms. However, I really don't know anyone that plays full logic. So there is a chance that maybe they'll leave.
I would be very surprised to see him skip the anti-fairy chest, unless the 3 items are the first 3 chests.
Oh, for sure.
You need the big key. I don't know.
Some nice moonwalking action for Trent entering the Waterfall Ferry.
Yeah, that Moon Pro gives him access to the Waterfall Fairy chest.
Oh no, heart refill. Back in the drink.
That's a minor time loss. I didn't know a refill stopped your water walking.
Oh, it does.
Nothing too much of value in there.
Let's see what's on our ledge.
With the bow and bombs, he can do splash delete fairly easily if he wants to.
Don't need to do that for 1 rupee. I think we're pretty good. Oh my gosh, there's Titans in Eastern.
There's a mitt. Such a pain to come back to Eastern, but you almost think about saving quitting out of there, find a good item in the front, I think.
Oh, for sure. And that's definitely a good item to find. Pendant Eastern Palace with our Infinity Gauntlet. So now Aga is pretty much dead for the most part.
Yeah, for sure.
There are ways to get around that hammer block over to Pod, but I'm sure we're not going to have to worry about that today.
Yeah. Alright, so he's found a good amount of items there. He's found 3. He found none of the dungeon items. Big key is in the vanilla location, map and compass early on. So that bow doesn't hurt him at all, which is pretty good.
Yeah. If anything, leaving Eastern when he did is going to set him up a little bit better should he come back. You know, doesn't have that huge time investment, got a lot of progressive items, so definitely a good play. Trent grabbing his Master Sword in the very generous Uncle location.
Looks like he's heading into Escape. Kind of interesting.
I think we're gonna pull that mirror out of escape. I have a feeling.
Trenter do the back of escape, or was that Senen?
That was Trent that did the back. So
Okay.
Senen is gonna go ahead to Dark Kakariko here. Not wasting any time getting into that Dark World here at just about 14 minutes. Ooh, Pendant, Thieves Town, Green Pendant Mire, Red Pendant Pod. Okay, not terrible.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So flute, potentially skippable. We gotta remember this is 6/6, so we only need to do 6 crystals anyways.
Yeah, when you're doing 6/6 and you have Pendant Thieves Town, that just feels so bad. Especially since we have the bow too. If Eastern was a crystal and Thieves Town was a crystal, that would be too accessible. We do have a sword upgrade in Skull Woods.
That's that's pretty early tempered here. 15 minutes in.
So far the back, the front of escape isn't as exciting as the back. Yeah, Senen has to feel pretty good with these safety items he has so early on. Those Titans, Samaria, and Tempered Sword, that feels good.
That's a bit of a time loss.
That did not feel good. Wow, Escape did not have our lamp. I am pretty surprised at that, although...
A little bit surprised at the choice to do Escape instead of Eastern area, especially with that bow.
I think probably just wanted to get it out of the way, kind of already did that early part. We did not find that small key, so that means Dark Cross Chest is just going to be that small key to get to the back, so we're not going to worry about that today.
Yeah, that's nice. Not go back for. Not in logic yet anyways. Yeah, so Trenter heads up to Eastern area, which is pretty much the play for him right now. He's almost certainly going to dive into Eastern and pick up that mitt.
Yeah, this is a really nice routing.
I kind of hate getting that early mitt and then seeing Pendant Thieves, because I always just want to like dive straight in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So then you usually would, I don't know, do the first 4 and bounce maybe.
Yeah, not a super huge time investment. You have a pretty good chance of pulling out at least one dungeon item and, you know, kind of getting the feel of, should I continue this or should I just peace out?
Yeah, and if you get 3, you probably just will never go back there until its last location.
Senen remembering his new Skullwoods logic with version 31, whereas there could be an item in that chest here in the spike room, Gibdo room, whatever you want to call it. Does have a small key, so is not going to get soft locked here. No save and quit for Senen today. Although, if he pulls something good, possibly a save and quit, because we're pretty much done with Skullwoods. Oh, that was all 3 items for Eastern Palace right away. We have a piece of heart, the glove, and 300 rupees. So yeah, definitely a good call to piece out of there.
Yeah, you would, and I assume Trenter will do the same thing unless he thinks that pendant might be valuable. But that's a big time investment. I can't imagine he'll do that.
Yeah, Oro, that really low percent Dark World navigation does feel really bad. It's almost, you kind of hope that our runners are familiar with inverted seeds, whereas you're playing the low percent in the Dark World. But Senen is rocking that Tempered Sword, so a little bit less vulnerable, perhaps, than what you typically are in an inverted. But again, practicing all modes for tournaments is a very good idea.
Yeah, not everybody would dive into Skullwoods right away, so finding that Tempered is definitely a little bit of a time save for him. Makes Dark World a lot safer.
Trent remembering his item count and leaving Eastern Palace.
Yeah, as expected.
Let's get some of our Dark Kakariko checks done as we enter our C-shaped house.
Yeah, looking for East Dark World access here.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see that hammer or those flippers to go ahead and get over there.
Gotta assume that bow is for something being so early, but you never know. Would have me thinking pod right away.
Oh yeah,
After those
hammer pod, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I guess technically we could still have an Aga 1 seed if that hammer is in pod, depending on where our flippers are.
Bottle kit. I don't know if we saw this.
We did not. My goodness,
Red
all this
rubies.
money. Ooh, our flute. Not nice to see this early on. I mean, nice for access, but as far as Misery Meyer being green pendant, that flute could be alarming. Especially since we have Ether as well.
Yeah, a bit of a shame they don't have mirror or anything. They can't go activate that right away either, even though they're right next to it.
So mean. Let's see what we have in Thieves Town. At least the first floor. Wonder if we're going to see some early Smith and purple chest, given that we have that Titan myth.
It sucks to do without the mirror. The flute makes it a little better.
Yeah, you're kind of going to want to activate that as well. So maybe do dig game, come back, grab the Smith, save and quit, activate your flute, turn them in, and just see where you're at from there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That flute also gives us Death Mountain access, considering we don't have the lamp to logically get up there. But again, who follows lamp logic? But technically we can get there now. Could be something on Spectacle Rock. In Spectacle Rock. Ooh, Senen continuing on with Thieves Town. Didn't find anything in the front, said may as well go for it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a play, especially without hammer. Potentially orphaning a check.
Yeah, I mean, Pendant Thieves Town usually has some kind of progression, and it's something stupid like flippers. So, I mean, I definitely don't blame him taking this gamble. Maybe it's a little early for it, but we'll find out. It's only a bad play when it is. Yeah, Trent grabbing that Smith. Probably going to go ahead, check Stumpy, give us a look at our Hype Cave as Senen continues with Thieves Town. Ooh, just a heart so far. Full heart off, Stumpy.
Yeah, with this dive, you're definitely hoping to find something good that would put you ahead. Heart piece is not that.
Definitely not.
Yeah, with Hype Cave open and some other things, a little bit surprised at the decision.
Both runners needing to be careful here. Both down to one heart. Senen picking up one. Clutch heart refill for Trent, although I'm pretty sure he's going to save a quit here. And just Blue Mill from Hype Cave today.
Yeah, we could secrets break over to East Dark World, but you definitely want to find that hammer if that's the access.
Oh no, finding that small key in the maiden cell. That feels bad.
Oh, nothing we can do about that. I doubt Senen will ever go back for that chest, if it's something.
Yeah, it's gonna end up being a less location if there tends to be an item in there.
I didn't quite keep track of item count here. Yeah, so flute activation, turn in the smith. Meyer shed is pretty quick to check.
Ooh, Senen needs to be really careful here. No bottle. Down to 1 heart. Oh, takes a death.
I wonder if he'll go back in. That's definitely a tough place to die. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
don't
you
blame him.
just
for
gotta
leaving
roll
at
with
this
that.
point.
That's probably what you gotta do. Going back into blind is a tougher fight, probably. So nothing gained out of Thieves Town.
We're our smith.
Looking for some sort of progression here.
Tried deciding not to check that desert ledge. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Can't get it anyway, but knowledge is power. Hashtag the more you know. Oh, it is ether to open mire. That's gross.
Yeah, so early Ether and Red Cane. No fire source yet, which makes the dive even worse, probably.
Oh, there's our lamp.
Never mind.
Still can't bonk across or hookshot across, so at least Trent has that going for him, but I have a feeling we're gonna see Meyer.
Interestingly, that actually puts pod area in logic through Aga, which I'm sure no one's gonna do Aga, but we'll see a kern jump or splash delete or something, maybe. Could also play for Death Mountain with that flute. Lamp puts it in logic as well.
Oh no, I think we're gonna see a Thieves Town dip here from Trent.
Trencher could be dipping Skullwoods, hasn't done that yet. Could also be heading to East Dark World. Or Thieves Town.
Ouch. Well, I mean, that's good for Senen.
It, so that's makes sense to at least check the front. We'll see if he goes further. Would not be surprised if that lamp was logical access to East Dark World through Aga.
Yeah, it's definitely pointing that way. At least for the most part, all of our items in our pendant dungeons have shown up pretty quickly. We've already had 2 in blinds in Thieves Town, so we know that there's that heart piece back in the bomb floor.
You know what's great is we can potentially clear all of our pendant dungeons right now, logically.
Yeah, all we're missing is that hookshot or the boots to get into Misery Mire.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Trent is going to go ahead through Thieves Town as well, so Senen is not going to lose time with making that dip earlier, unless there's something on blind.
Yeah, that'll be the big question. Hope for his sake there is not, because I don't know when he decides to go back to that.
Yeah, and there is still a possibility that the item isn't on blind and we are hammerlocked.
Yeah.
Senen gonna pick up his lamp.
Tranter doesn't have that tempered sword. It's a little bit more annoying to get through these rooms.
Senen not checking the desert ledge either. Interesting. Interesting also that Trent didn't check Agina while he was down there. I think this is probably going to be a back of escape check here for Senen.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see that so late.
Yeah, that's kind of been the habit of the runners during the Challenge Cup. Kind of leaving this location for a while.
Yeah, so he finds that bow, which does nothing for the moment.
You don't have a small key, my friend. Okay, moment of truth. Will blind have our item, or will we be hammerlocked in Thieves Town?
Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. See where Senen goes here. We've got Desert Ledge to check, Agina's Cave. We've got a couple checks on Death Mountain.
Going back to the village. Oh, checking Sick Kid. Yeah. Gonna pick up his piece of heart, I believe it was. Or rupees. 20 rupees. So we're down to just a couple one-off locations here before we are forced to do Aga.
That Senen was gonna skip Old Man there, but he goes back for it.
And there is our last item in Thieves Town. Blind is holding 10 arrows, so Thieves Town was not our progression unless we do have something on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's definitely alright. Makes Senen's death there not so bad as long as he doesn't go back. Unless that pendant's required.
Any checks that they have orphan? Agina so far. Just saw her piece from our old man. Yeah, both of them didn't check Agina. Senen has the Ice Rod Cave, but there is nothing there. I don't believe they've checked any of the Flipper locations either, which only Zora is in logic for that. Trent about to pick up his Tempered. Let's see, what do we have up here? Oh my god.
Okay, well, too bad this isn't overworld glitches, so you just get that. Well, that's interesting.
So we need that mirror.
What was in Spectacle Rock here? I didn't see that.
The blue boomerang.
Best item in the game.
Not quite as good as that hammer. This is interesting. On top was our hammer.
So I think what you do here is you clean up kind of the easy checks, like you probably go check Agina's Cave with that flute, and then you gotta be thinking like pod area.
That feels so bad because that hammer is out of reach. If we have mirror in pod and a required double dip. That's just so bad.
Yeah, pyramid, catfish, and pod are all in logic. I'm not finding too much anywhere else. Trencher picks up that tempered sword, which is definitely nice to have.
Who is going to make that AGA 1 call? I mean, splash deletion is relatively new, so I wouldn't be surprised if the runners weren't comfortable with that.
Kern jump is another option, which has been around for quite a while.
Yeah, that...
Too hard.
Yeah. Finally getting that Agina check. If this isn't our mirror, then we logically have an AGA 1 seed.
I mean, it's probably faster to go learn Splash Delete if you don't know it than do AGA.
Oh, we also have purple chest. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I guess you just save and quit and mirror to 7. It's not too slow. I would have liked to see one of these runners just like make the gamble on East Dark World sooner. Yeah, Kern jump you kind of like take out
You
a
don't
bomb
have to
and
die with
time
a
it,
fairy.
and yeah, you don't need a fairy, but you kind of jump with a bomb in your arms with some good timing, and it pushes you into the screen transition. There's some good lineups and stuff for it, so it's not too bad.
Oh, shovel on purple chest.
This suddenly has become Plandomizer.
They're just fighting the inevitable.
Yeah. So Senen heads into escape. We've already seen this. There's nothing of value in here, unfortunately. Small key in the dark cross room, so we won't have to do that.
Again, Trent doesn't have that knowledge that the hammer is up on Spectacle Rock yet. But I have a feeling he knows.
Yeah, the climb takes a bit of time. Saving the old man you're pretty much gonna do no matter what. So it's a little bit... I don't know. I'd probably check that first.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that's where he's headed. Nope, I'm a liar.
Runners love to make the commentators liars, I feel like.
Yeah, I had already forgotten that we found that shovel, so...
Yeah,
could it be? Could our mirror be here?
Quickly. After this, I don't think Trencher has too much left, does he?
Nope. Oh, red meringue.
Our favorite. Supposedly helps with splash delete. But bow and bombs, it's pretty easy. There. So Trencher's gonna check the mountain, and then I don't think he has anything left except East Dark World.
Yep. Senen gonna go for his last couple checks here.
Yeah, fake flip ring. We didn't find anything in those checks of value.
What an interesting seed we have for game 3.
It's looking like an Aga seed, but it's kind of a non-Aga seed, which is, I don't know, sort of the best.
Oh, Senen getting that heart refill too. Rip. And here is that knowledge for Trent. Sees that blue boomerang. Pretty sure not gonna go ahead and grab that.
Yeah, he's got red. I was a little bit surprised Senen picked it up.
Trent making the Aga play.
Okay, interesting.
Now this could be a very important moment if Trent does Aga 1 and Senen does no splash deletion or the Kern jump. This could be interesting. Where is Senen going?
Did either of these runners check Lumberjack ledge early on?
Yeah, it was just 20 rupees. Are we
Okay.
getting a splash deletion here? Let's see if this works.
Because I didn't quite
Okay,
see that.
Senen knows the splash deletion. This is bad news for Trent because this Aga tower climb is gonna take a minimum of 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's partway in. Senen's gotta go to Dark World and walk over there. I would say, not counting Aga, Trencher is a little bit ahead. Both basically checked everything in the world.
I mean, Trent will have that Dark World access portal here for doing Aga, so might save some time if we have to see the Pyramid Fairy. But with it being 6-6, it makes me nervous this time investing. Although we are 41 minutes in and do not have a single crystal. Yeah, pod definitely requires that hammer. However, that hammer is mirror locked and we have nowhere else to check at the moment.
Yeah, progression has to be in East Dark World right now.
So we're going to be seeing Pyramid, probably pod, as well as Catfish, I would think. This MSU is so awesome. In Aga Tower, I'm almost not upset that Trent did it just because this music is fantastic.
That's the whole reason he went in there.
I can appreciate it. Oh, now we have Senen doing that purple chest, which is going to lead him to that shovel. So Trent really isn't losing time doing Aga Tower here.
Yeah, he's definitely a little bit ahead. Senen had a couple deaths to blind and other places. He got that blue boomerang.
Gonna get a look at what's on our bumper ledge. I like this check because I feel like that is another check that is often overlooked.
Yeah, I forgot also that Senen hadn't done purple chest yet.
Just our single arrow of destiny.
Pretty reasonable blind today. Or not blind, Aga.
Yeah, not terrible.
Send corn jumping with the purple chest?
Oh, there's our ice rod on Pyramid Ledge. Looks like an immediate catfish check here. Okay, this could save Senen some time. If that mirror is on Catfish, we've just taken a turn.
We're all tied up here, it looks like. We'll see if he ends up taking that purple chest in, finding that shovel, which is kind of bait, but...
Yeah, we know that deserting that purple chest isn't going to hurt him, but he doesn't know that.
Gotta see hard the value of splash to leave here.
Just bombs.
Yeah, Trenter, after clearing Aga, gets to save and quit. Oh, he doesn't get to save. He doesn't have mirror. He can't go to the pyramid. He's gotta walk.
Senen gonna check the pyramid, it looks like it, before returning that purple chest.
He probably goes into pod, I would think, as well. Can he ditch the purple chest and go in there? I've never taken it on such a long journey myself.
Yeah, me neither. Kind of want to see him take the purple chest the entire game.
Can the purple chest unlock pod? That would be handy. Alright, so pod. Possibly bow locked. We got that bow real early. Felt like it had to be for something.
Yeah, definitely. Could be for pedestal.
Could be for pedestal. Yeah. Okay, Senen checks the ledge and then saves and quit. So he's gonna go turn in that, which is unfortunately gonna lead him to shovel.
No, you cannot have the purple chest and Kiki. It would delete the purple chest.
Yeah, he's got a fake flipper again.
Oh, sorry, GFE is correct. Kiki eats the purple chest and then takes your money. So pod was bow locked.
Yeah. That's not shocking. It's kind of good to see. You hope it's not required for Eastern. Shovel bait here. That's definitely not what Senen was looking for, so he's gotta head back into Dark World, head all the way over again, and fake flipper again. But he'll be doing that and heading into pod. Progression has to be in pod.
Yeah, I'm kind of racking my brain trying to think of any other place we could find it, and it can't be anywhere but pod at this point. And it's gonna have to probably be that mirror. Although it could be fire rod and flippers.
Could be hook shot, could be boots. Either of those would give us a bunch of checks plus Meyer access.
Well, one thing is for sure, we have a required pod double dip. Senen just showing off all the tricks today.
Eventually, we're gonna need that mirror. Seems like, for that hammer.
And they are gonna have to work for whatever progression is in pod.
Everything in logic except for Helmasaur. Yeah, this is a bit of a seed for sure. Logical Aga required. Hammer mirror locked.
The true mullet of the Link to the Past world pod. Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, we found a load of small keys already, so we gotta find some items here soon.
There's our hook shot.
There we go. Now we can clear Meyer.
Yeah, but I think Trent needs to stay in here and just double check.
Yep. Chat's got it. Pet is in logic.
So painful.
It's most likely Paradox Cave.
How are we gonna have a 6/6 Aga 1 and Ped required seed? That would be the dream.
We got a lot open with that hook shot, so.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, definitely nobody's diving straight into Meyer.
There's our map. Ironically, we still can't get a crystal at this point.
Nope.
Okay, so pod was required for that hook shot.
Nothing else though. It's pretty amazing. So you gotta go to the mountain here. Yeah. Looking for that mirror, for sure.
Well, it's a lot of checks now that we have over here in Death Mountain. We have Paradox Cave, Spiral Cave, Super Bunny, and Hookshot Cave.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of items to find here. Which I hope it's something gross, like Fire Rod and Flippers, because I'm evil.
We are gonna want that fire rod eventually.
Yeah.
Rice Palace, Skull Woods.
Ooh, it could be Bombos and Flippers. Dead Rock, please.
It was a lot of work to get a hook shot. Basically everything they've done so far.
It really was. It really, really was. Bottle.
I think that Trenter already checked Paradox or Spectral Rock, so he's seen that hammer.
Yeah, Trent knows it's there.
Yeah, if we can open Turtle Rock, you could dip in there.
Oh god, that's so gross.
I mean, we have to find something.
Oh, there's butter.
That's not what we're looking for. But yeah, Paradox Cave, Hookshot Cave, Super Bunny Cave. There's gotta be something.
There has to be.
I mean, Misery Mire and Pet are the dreams, but.
Ooh, GFE bringing out Mirror on Fire Rodless Laser Bridge. That is... wow. That's just brutal.
That's definitely one of our worst options. It's always a call to dip into TR, but dipping that far into TR is a bold, bold play.
Yeah, for sure. That's a game-winning play, though, if you find that. Like, that is... I just got done. Be like, no, I win.
GFE sounds like a Plando player.
GFE is a fantastic player, actually. I've been watching GFE for a while now. Fangirl alert.
I'm just gonna guess that we get something good in Hookshot Cave, like the mirror, instead of something awful, like it being on Laser Bridge.
I mean, although the way the seed is playing out, it's probably going to be something awful. Yeah, Mira, definitely. Laser Bridge has definitely been a lot more useful than Hype Cave. I haven't really seen much action in Hype Cave in a while now. Oh my god, Powder. And Cave.
Yeah. Those don't do anything for us right now. We need at least Mirror to get that. We need Mirror to check Magic Bat.
Yeah,
Get the hammer.
definitely.
We
However,
already saw Bumper Cave was arrows or something. Yeah, single arrow. That's important. All right, Hookshot Cave. It's kind of our last hope here.
Mirror Shield?
There's the dream is alive. Laser Bridge and possibly in Logic, depending on key layout.
Oh my god! What is this?
Who rolled this? It's a bot, isn't it?
Oh my... No, we can't open up Turtle Rock. We don't have the hammer.
Oh yeah, of course.
Wait a minute.
We're being foolish.
What the heck can we do? It's a freaking pedestal seed!
Misery Mire and Ped are the things.
It's a pedestal seed! Oh my god!
See, we get 2 items. We get... Yeah, you gotta do Misery Mire right now, because you get Serashlia as well.
Trent just got that cape, so he's gonna check Bumper Cave thinking, okay, that's gotta be it. And we're like, no, you have to check all of the pendant dungeons before you can get a single crystal in this 6-6.
Yeah, GFE, all the 3 items in Eastern were the front 3 chests. So they've got all the items out of there. Can you imagine doing all dungeons in the 6-6 seed?
How bad do you feel that you have a game 3, 6-6, and at an hour in you have not a single crystal?
It's amazing. It's pretty amazing so far.
Yeah,
He
Mira's correct.
never checked Bumper Ledge before, so he's following that cape. That's unfortunately nothing.
That's what I kind of figured when he pulled it. I was like, oh my, that is another wasted check for Trent. But yeah, it's Meyer. It has to be Meyer. That's all we had.
There's the only play right now.
Oh, gets thwarted by that cabbage.
Death Mountain is the hardest screen in the game, for sure.
I am so glad I signed up to calm this race. This is beautiful. I never thought myself an evil person until I started commentating on a Link to the Past tournament races. Like, oh, I have a dark side.
Yeah, well, it's just so much better than running this race.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta feel for these guys.
Yeah, well, I was in the Cross Keys tournament, and I had what Amazing Amphros called, it was one of the most beautiful hate seeds he's ever seen. So I feel like it's retribution watching other runners suffer because I had to suffer so badly.
I
So
don't know. Cross squeeze, just every seed seems to be horrible to me.
no,
You kinda sign up
Crusties is
for
the
it.
best.
Oh, I love it, but it's just has a way of doing horrible things to you, making you do things.
Yeah,
I
I definitely, I feel like I'm going to get a reputation for calming the most brutal seeds in this tournament. I mean, I had the one with poor Rick that they had the mirror. There's the mirror.
Okay.
On
that's much less bad
Lumberjack.
than it could be. So that gives us a load of access now. Go over and try and clear desert if it's not boots locked, and then pretty quick go and get the hammer.
They're gonna ban me from calming anymore during the tournament. I've just hexed every single. Well, my name is Jinxie, right? So you kind of knew going in. I didn't get it for no reason, just because it sounded cool.
Yeah, we'll see runners start to reschedule their races if you sign up for comms.
I know, they're like, oh, sorry, I can't race. Oh yeah, right, Walkix? I am truly a curse to the tournaments. Senen actually grabbed that hook shot over in Pod. So they were able to get access over to Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain. Yeah, GFE, I would probably have maybe looked a little bit more around Misery Mire, just given how this seed has progressed so far. But yeah, I definitely don't blame Trent for trying to go and at least grab one crystal. I mean, at over an hour and in without one, that's got to kind of put a fire under your rear end.
Like, maybe you go back and check the Staphos Spike Room chest, but I don't think you do much more than that. You just have suddenly so much access to everywhere.
We could still have Fire Rod on Pet.
Good. Guess Fire Rod is about all we need.
Yeah.
For go mode. Flippers logically required. I guess they're required for Swamp Palace, but since it's 6/6, we can potentially skip that.
Yeah, for sure. So Senen about to pick up their mirror.
But we can't skip Fire Rod because we need it for Turtle Rock and Skullwoods.
Ooh, Fire Rod. That's it.
Go mode. Well, it was a long, arduous path to get there, but just an hour in, not too bad.
Oh yeah, that's a good feeling. And we already have Butter Swords, so I mean, I probably wouldn't even check any more chests for those silvers. I just go for it.
Butter Sword, Red Mail, yeah, probably just go in here. Oh, that dead rock.
Oh, unfortunately, Senen going for the hammer before doing desert. This could be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our first crystal, but you're gonna start seeing a lot and very quickly. We don't have those flippers yet, but we're not going to have to worry about those because we can fake flipper over to Ice Palace, and we only require 6 crystals to open up Ganon's Tower and defeat Ganon. Go mode on first crystal. Yeah. Pretty much free.
It's pretty incredible. I get rushing for that hammer.
Yeah,
like
I'm
looking for that mirror for like half an hour or something.
Oh, for sure. So I'm assuming we're going to see Ice Palace, Pod, Skull Woods. Already have Desert. I don't know. And then Hera, finish up on Hera. I definitely wouldn't do T-Rock. That would be my last choice.
Yeah, you want to do it last anyways. Lead into Ganon Star. Or we're not playing fast Ganon, are we? No.
No, just 6/6. So we're probably not going to have to go into T-Rock at all.
Well, we need flippers then if we're not going to do T-Rock. So.
Oh, that's true. Ugh. Yeah, I guess I'd be doing T-Rock.
These guys, or Trenter's just gonna play Go mode, and then clear Turtle Rock as his last dungeon. More interesting is probably when Senen gets to Desert, because the earlier the better.
I actually think Tower of Hera is probably going to be Trent's last crystal.
Yeah, that's true. That's a 6/6 thing. Doing Hera last, it feels like you never get to do Hera last.
Yeah, this seed turned around pretty well for Trent. Unfortunately, Senen not doing Desert before going up the mountain to retrieve that hammer is gonna cost him some time.
Yeah. Nice thing about late hammer in a seed is you check pretty much everything, but then you get to go mode pretty fast often. Alright, crystal for Senen there. Hera. No mold arm nonsense.
I would be really surprised if Senen didn't go to Desert from here. Oh no, gonna check Spike Cave.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate that he didn't go to Desert right away, because now he's got to keep checking things. Yeah, he's got...
I mean, for the most part, this seed has been very straightforward. It's been rude, but it's pretty much told you from the beginning, like, listen, I'm gonna be a jerk, this is what you have to do, and then it's easy going from here. Oh, the flippers!
Okay, so he might do Swamp, unfortunately.
That's exactly what he's doing. Go to Desert first. And then... if Senen goes to Desert first, this could definitely be big. And it looks like that's what he's doing, because with those flippers and that Fire Rod, he can go mode Swamp Palace versus a go mode TR, which go mode TR is really not even go mode.
Yeah,
so
TR
this
is
could
definitely
swing
nicer.
it.
There's no way Trenter's ever getting those flippers.
Yeah, this
Spike
is
Cave.
this is a race now.
Actually turned out pretty unfortunate, or pretty fortunate for Senen. And the decision to pop into Desert is just going to play out really nicely for him. Full clear Desert, get that Fire Rod, you're in full go mode.
Yeah, this is
Definitely got a race
interesting.
going on here.
Mirror was a Misery Mire. Sorry.
Yeah. The bridge chest or whatever.
Wow, very nice kill on Trent's side.
Gold Sword, making Cold Stare into a bit of a joke. Nice fight.
Yeah, Sprightness. Senen did go to Misery Mire.
Yeah, Boots and Swamp would definitely be an advantage for Senen. But, I don't know, like, is he gonna check much more?
Although, if Trent gets Boots before Senen, if they should show up, that could be the time back that he needs for having to do T-Rock versus Go Mode Swamp Palace.
I wonder what the difference is. Like, Turtle Rock is pretty long. It's 6 or 7 minutes or something like that. Go mode swamp is probably like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, a lot faster than T-Rock.
GFE. Big key on torch would be a pain in the ass.
That's just cruel. I love it. Yeah, boots could be on ped. We don't require the boots as of yet. There's only a 1 out of 22 chance that those are going to come into play, but given how this seed was so far, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, who's winning is an interesting question. I feel like it's pretty close now that Senen has those flippers and is about to pick up his fire rod and be in go mode.
Yeah, and now
Trent's
Senen
like a little ahead
is...
on dungeons, for sure.
But Trent is going to have to do go mode Turtle Rock, whereas Senen is going to have go mode Swamp. So that is going to be a very big deal.
Chat just loves to think of the most horrible things. GT Big
They
Key on
really
Torch with ped boots is the only horrible thing we can do right now, probably. But yeah, both these guys in go mode, so we're just gonna be seeing some like quick dungeon clears here. Not even really much reason to check anything not on the way. Gold sword, blue and red mail.
Very nice turtle room for Trent.
Yeah, that room is awful. It never goes properly.
Never. I love when I accidentally get a turtle in that stupid room and I'm like, why? I like that this seed went from an hour in with no crystals to 101 go mode.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like having really restricted access to the world early on is better. If you get like, if you find everything in Kakariko, that can be a slower seed because you have to check so much looking for like Ice Rod or something.
Oh, for sure. It definitely feels like it's playing out more as a beatable only versus a 6-6 open.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, our third crystal here. Senen working on his second in Ice Palace. Or actually his third, because he's done Tower of Hera. Skullwoods next for Trenter. Then, yeah, likely Turtle Rock and Tower of Hera. Into GT. Kind of interested to know if Trenter's using the expanded version of this MSU pack or not. we see these guys skipping chests and stuff. They're in go mode. Don't care too much about those silver arrows or anything.
Yeah, I mean, even though their go mode was pretty quick, I feel like both racers probably feel behind right now.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thought because he really did a lot before he got progression. But the seed kind of just like went that way. Like it was really hard. The only way you get ahead is if you make the decision to like sequence break over to East Arc World early, get that hook shot. But even if you do that, like, are you going to Mire before you clear everything else? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that is quite a call.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do feel a little bit behind after checking everything in the world, but I don't know if you can do the seed much faster than that. Yeah, Senen didn't do Aga. He did the bomb jump. Or splash elite. Trenter did clear Aga.
Off to pod for Senen.
Yeah. So he's got Pod, Skullwoods, and Swamp to do. Trenter has Turtle Rock and Tower of Hera. It's gonna be interesting here. I feel like Trenter's still a little bit ahead. It's definitely gonna be close.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna come down to. I think it's gonna be a photo finish, to be honest.
I'm definitely interested to hear from Trenter about doing Aga versus one of the sequence breaks.
I think Senen definitely would have really pulled ahead if it had not been for that purple chest that kind of sent him off on a quest when he had done the first sequence break to get over to the dark pod area. I think it definitely would have been a much different outcome where Senen doing that kind of negated the fact that Trent did Aga 1 instead of the splash deletion or the kern jump.
Yeah, Trenter also did purple chest, he just did it differently, and I think he just cleared Light World like a little bit faster than Senen, so the Aga play kind of like caught them up. It was interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely been a race toying with our emotions so far. Yes, this is a 6-6.
6-6. The races I've watched have been really interesting because of this different access. When you play 6-6, you assume like I'm gonna get to skip something, but there's like a pretty good chance that a required item is in GT for the other crystal, and you end up doing everything anyways. Definitely happened in the race yesterday.
So I would assume that Senen is probably going to head to Swamp Palace after Pod. And then Skullwoods is going to be his last crystal. Then we'll have to do the climb to get to GT, open up Turtle Rock, or take the base. I don't know. It could be really close.
Yeah, it's interesting. Tower of Hera is really quick, especially if you do Hera Pot. There's a bit of overworld nonsense getting into Swamp, which isn't the fastest. Chomp not playing super nice there. Got out of the way at the last second. Yeah, that was well run room.
I'm gonna make sure that I have the IRC chat closed down so that I can be just as surprised as chat. I don't want any spoilers.
Self spoilers.
Because this race is on a 15-minute delay, so the runners are actually 15 minutes ahead of what you're seeing now.
Probably done and anxiously waiting to talk to us.
I will not tell you if that is true or not.
I don't have SRL open, so I'm not in the room. No spoilers here.
I will not be giving spoilers.
.54% chance we ain't in go mode. Is that 1 out of 216 or something? No.
This is an interesting choice by Trent because this is a time suck here going out to the big key chest. Could have saved time by skipping this.
Yeah, always feels bad if there's a key or something in there. It wasn't. Yeah, it's a little bit of time sink. I think it's a little bit bold play to skip it.
I've only seen that ever come back to bite really one racer once you steal that key from the pokey.
Crystal roller room not cooperating. It's pushed outside of the pegs.
Okay, so Trent is more than likely going to be done with Turtle Rock before Senen is done with Swamp Palace. Yeah, Trent filling up his magic there, so I think probably gonna go straight to Trinex.
Yeah, he's got a key. That's nice to not have to do laser skips or laser bridge. Definitely saves some
Especially
time.
without boots. Well, we wouldn't have to do laser skips. We do have that wonderful mirror shield. Shout outs to Walkix, who loves shields. It's like his most favorite thing to get.
The lag shield, right?
Oh yeah. Lag shield especially is his favorite.
Yeah, I would have to say Trenter, like, we're getting a little bit clearer picture. He's a little bit ahead here for sure. He doesn't have to climb. He's gonna go Hera straight into GT. Senen opens that chest there, hoping for silvers. If he happened to find silvers, that would definitely make a difference. If they were on Argus or something.
They're not on Trinex.
Let's get want that key. Alright, 5th crystal out of 6 that we require.
Yeah, so Trent is definitely going to enter GT before Senen.
Yeah, so then GT routing could play a big difference too, if one of them goes right and one goes left or something like that. Let's quickly take care of Hera here. I've never got to do that in a seed, Hera into GT.
I think I've done it like twice.
Yeah.
picking up that big key, so I wonder if Trent doesn't know Harapot. Which makes sense. I don't know Harapot.
Yeah, he could have just skipped the basement completely and went for Harapot. He saved some time, no matter what, doing it if you can do it pretty quick. So I would say that it's a must-learn trick to be like competitive now. Because it can skip an item requirement and it just makes Tower of Hera faster all the time, as long as you have hookshot. It's not like Ice Palace Bomb Jump quicker, but it's definitely quicker.
Okay, we are on to the Molorm 1 fight for Trent as Senen is heading into his last crystal.
Yeah, he's... Yeah.
Oh, no! Oh, poor Senen.
He's had a little
His
bit of trouble
RNG
with
has
those
been
guys today.
Yeah, his RNG has not been on his side today, unfortunately.
So unfortunately, it's not a... You do not want to be losing any time right now. Because he's basically a moth and a Death Mountain climb behind Trent here.
Hurry up and get those guesses in for where your Ganon's Tower big key is gonna be. Nobly holding out for the torch.
Torch would be really interesting, I will say that. The odds are 1 in 23 or whatever. It's not...
That would be the ultimate slap in the face. Trent doesn't even want to check it yet. No, we're just gonna go to the Hope Room. Oh, and there's a small key. Not going right.
I see so many racers do full right side now, and I can't say that I understand doing that at all myself.
I am a fan of full right. There's a key on the torch.
Logically required boots.
We are at chest number 3, about to check 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Why does Moth always have that big key? It's a good Moth fight though.
7 chests, no big key yet.
Senen's just gotta do the climb here. Be real interesting if he goes full right and the key is there.
Chest number 8, small key. Nine is our big key, which goes to Wall Kicks, who stole my answer that I always give. You cheater.
Got it first. Fine. Well, now we really don't want to see Senen go full right, because that's going to put him quite behind. He's got that mirror shield, he doesn't have to be as worried as he is there. Nice. Senen will be entering the tower as Trent is pretty much entering the gauntlet. Big key on the left side. Firebar room.
I still think it's going to be pretty close, regardless.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Trent definitely can't afford to make any mistakes here.
No, a death or something would be extremely costly, but unlikely to see with red mail and gold sword. Yeah, this right side play is going to hurt though. I'm gonna widen the gap a little bit.
Although, if Senen pulls out silver arrows and Trent takes a death, it could be. Does have that powder, so I think we're going to see Trent not get a fairy here, because why do we need safeties? There we go. Okay. Thank you, Trent.
Messes up the timing on Lambos too.
And gold sword, it doesn't make it quite that bad. Still gonna get a 2 cycle, it looks like. There we go. 1.5. I completely missed what was on right side. 10 arrows. Compass. 20 rupees. And the map. Gross.
Doesn't matter much if it isn't silver arrows.
Exactly.
Or boots. Boots would be alright too.
Yeah, boots would definitely be interesting. Although I don't believe boots could be in Ganon's tower because that small key was on the torch in desert.
Ganon hugs to keep things interesting. I don't know about wishing for the runners to have bad fortune.
Ooh, Trent getting stuck in those blocks. As we face our Moldorm 2 fight.
No issues with that gold sword.
And our bug net in the Moldorm 2 chest.
Swagnet at the top of GT. I hate this room without boots.
Right? It's so monotonous.
Agate, let's go.
Trent using his sword, even though has that swagnet. Are we really winning this race? Like a disqualification is in order.
It's got to be pretty tense here. You don't know how close the other runner is to finishing. He cleared a lot of the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You had to do TR. You don't know if the other guy found flippers. Might have done Swamp Palace. Got it.
Although we don't have silvers or half magic, So Trent is gonna have to be careful. Missing that torch glitch could be a big problem. Too bad we didn't have the money to buy potions before going to Ganon's tower.
Yeah, no money at all in this feed. Yeah. I mean, even with Fire Rod, you don't need half magic for this fight.
Yeah, that's all depending on if you hit that torch glitch. And, you know, restream nerves, game 3, it could get you.
Yeah, for sure. With Lamp, it's totally not an issue.
We are about to enter the third phase of Ganon. Era's in Turtle Rock. So Trent walked past him.
Lava chest or something, probably. Or I guess he didn't do laser bridge either. Alright, phase 3, phase 4. Just a couple spins left, I think. Wait.
Trent getting that torch glitch.
There we go, the pig is dead.
Wow. Get your GG's in chat for Trent or TR.
Yeah, very well run race for sure. Looks like Senen may do a forfeit here. Or not.
I think just probably adding GG's to the IRC. So close to being done. May as well finish it out.
Really close race. Without right side, would have been a little bit closer at the end.
Looks like we will be able to get an interview just as soon as our race catches up. Again, our runners are racing on a 15-minute delay, so they already know the results. We, however, did not.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about the MSU pack too. It is different than the original Cadence of Hyrule one that got released.
Yeah, I really like it. It's been really fun listening to it throughout the race. There's a little bit of like a Star Wars sound to it.
I think this is the swamp track from that game. Which might have been included as an optional thing in the pack. Alright, Senen takes care of Aga 2 pretty cleanly.
Is it a mail upgrade on Zora? What did Zora have?
I don't remember at all. I didn't see there in the credits.
Oh, a sewing kit is arrows. Okay. That's bizarre. I'm gonna see what's on Ped.
That is definitely interesting. On to Ganon for Senen here. On to phase 4.
Still ended up being a really close race, especially with the divergence with Senen finding the flippers and Trent doing Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
The wavy coin, it was Quake on pedestal.
Totally unrequired Quake. Was sure looking like a pet seed for a little while there. There we go. Pig is dead. Get your GGs in chat for Senen.
GG to Senen. And we will be joined shortly by our racers.
Okay. Hey.
GG's, guys. What a great race.
GG. I want to talk to the manager.
that probably was my fault. I've cursed every seed that I've commentated so far this tournament.
Yeah, it was a ride.
This like that hammer, like that felt splendid.
Yeah.
It really did. And yeah.
Yeah, the hammer was okay. The problem was the mirror.
Fair point.
So you both had to basically do all the pendant dungeons before you could find progression. So at an hour in, neither one of you had a single crystal, and then within a minute and a half, you're both in go mode. So how does that feel?
I was so afraid because I made a lot of mistakes early on. So I felt behind. And then when I found Fire Rod, I was really... Flippers and Fire Rod in a row. I was really hoping that Fenter didn't find at least one of them. And, well, he didn't, but he did Turtle Rock anyway, so...
The crazy thing is we kind of held our breath when you left Misery Mire and went straight up the mountain to grab that hammer, because Trent had immediately mirrored and went and beat Desert, so had that Fire Rod first. But when you came out of Hera, you checked Spike Cave, which gave you your flippers. So in turn, you had Go Mode Swamp Palace versus Trent's Go Mode Turtle Rock. So that's when we were like, oh my gosh, this is a race. So it was pretty exciting, you know, to see, because there was such a divergence, and then you guys like kind of met in GT. It just came down to Trent had already had Ice Palace done when you had went in. So I mean, it was just minutes that separated you guys, and it was so cool when you pulled those flippers. I was like, oh my gosh, could this get any crazier?
Yeah, I think behind is the word I was searching for, because after this, I would not say rough beginning. I would say horrible beginning. Yeah, I'm like questioning everyone who doesn't feel behind, especially if you last location that mirror.
I mean, it's an easy to last location mirror. Like it's pendant Meyer. I was expecting you to do it last too, so I didn't fall behind because of this mirror. I myself fell behind because of my numerous mistakes. But yeah, I think basically everybody who plays this seed will last location the mirror.
Yeah, it's pretty hard not to do in this seed. You guys both basically did everything in the world before that.
Yeah, and I don't think there was any choice but to last location that mirror because you guys were really kind of siphoned into where you had to go. The seed had a very specific route, and I don't think either one of you could have diverged on it. Trent, you did do AGA 1, whereas Senen did the splash deletion and skipped it, but you guys really had no choice but to kind of follow the logic early on. You know, with that hammer being in the location it was and the mirror being in the location that was, there was really no chances for you guys to actually sequence break that because you had to go into pod to grab that hook shot. So pod double dip was already required with that hammer being in the location that it was and the hook shot being in pod. You know, it was, you really didn't have a choice of divergence there in the beginning.
Yeah. I wanted to go early into Maya, but like I when I got fluid, I was like, okay, let's do Maya, and then I realized, wait, I neither have the boots or the hook shot.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have had that at that point, I would have already dipped Maya because I was like, okay, I thought at that moment pad is required, and that feeling never left me until I found the fire rod.
Yeah, for sure. With the early bow, early cane, you had everything you needed after that hook shot. I was kind of interested, Trenter, the choice to like climb Aga Tower instead of like splash lead or current jump.
I wanted to. I was not let's say comfortable enough, and I was like, I had gold sword. If something, like, I didn't check lumberjack at that point. If something is on lumberjack, I don't want to like then go up. So let's do it real quick. I also get the Dark World portal there, so
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I was like, yeah, okay, let's do that. That's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever. That okay, fine. I bite that. I might make that up with execution. I just didn't thought it would take more than only Aghanim.
And to be fair, I was I did a big mistake that kinda make up for it because I brought the purple chest with me before realizing Kiki was a follower, and I can't have Kiki if I have the purple chest. So I'm not even sure what since I ended up doing the jump twice, I'm not even sure I saved any time against him.
Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate because the purple chest at shovel, which was total bait. So you end up having to do that twice, and time saved doesn't turn into much.
Yeah, the correct play for me would have been to either do purple chest before going to his dark world or do it after, but trying to do the same at once couldn't work. So yeah.
I mean, the odds were in your favor that mirror could possibly be on Catfish, so I definitely don't think it was a bad play. Like, no plays are really a bad play till it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, but
so I think
I should have,
you had pretty good odds.
I should have done Catfish and Pierin before pod. I'm okay with this. I just shouldn't have taken the purple chest. Because yeah, in my mind I could go to pod after that, but you can't because Kiki won't follow you if you have the purple chest.
Yeah, and without that mirror, you couldn't mirror and get rid of it either. So it did kind of lock you into that decision. But yeah, it was a great race, guys. definitely thank you for agreeing to be on Restream. It was exciting. All, races that come down to race 3 is pretty exciting. The 6-6 turning out not to be quite as quick as we all thought it was going to be, but definitely GG's to both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Trenter gets to move on to the brackets now. Senen, you drop down and get to fight Evil Sparky in a tiebreaker.
Oh, I had played him, Senen. You will enjoy him. He's not bad either.
Yeah. I hope we'll have good match. So far in the Challenge Cup, I had a lot of matches really close. Like pretty much all of them ended with one person killing Ganon when the other one is on Moldom 2. In both ways. Sometimes it's me that kills Ganon, sometimes it's my opponent. But yeah, I had very close games each time, so I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, for sure. It should be good.
And so with that, be sure to follow your racers and show them some love. Give some love to our Restreamer, Math Girl, my co-commentator, Chimo, our tracker, who I can never pronounce their name right, Oro, I believe it is. And special thanks to GoMo Podcast for restreaming this great race. And be sure to tune in for more continuing coverage of our Challenge Cup tournament.
Be sure to follow our special seed cursor Jinxie Girl as well.
Well, thank you, sir.